What's up, y'all? What y'all doing? YouTubers out there in the old YouTube land. I am, well, where I am is Arkansas. Fucking Arkansas, man. I'll tell you, look, got nothing for this place, really. I don't know if it's just the bad memories or just home of Bill and Hillary Clinton, but I don't have nothing for it. So it's a shame I got to go through it coming from Texas, anywhere east. So, but it is what it is. Who cares? I don't care. Whatever. I'll be through it faster than I can think of. Before the dogs wake up, I'll be through it someday. So, anyway, jacked up on some caffeine. Got me some. My favorite too. I stopped at the Love's truck stop. Let me tell you something. If they had a race truck, I'd be sponsoring them, or they'd be sponsoring me. Just because their pudding is killer. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to see my kid and my folks for Christmas. My kid called me this afternoon. She didn't know it yet, but I was already on the road. And I said to her, she goes, "Dad, you still coming for Christmas?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Grandma thought they didn't know if you're coming." My mom, good old mom, trying to, I don't know. Anyway, so I decided to leave a little bit early. Usually from Texas, where I'm at, Texas, to up there by Chicago, where they live. It's like a 2-day drive. I'm gonna do it overnight. Got the old Bandit 1 truck and trailer. This truck, tell you what, never had a truck like it. This thing is smooth, 75 mile an hour. Everything smooths out. All the metal comes together, kind of like the F1 Blackbird. Leaks fuel and everything until I get up to speed. It's designed to streamlines out. Yeah. Great truck. Pulling a trailer that's, of course, over. I've never pulled a trailer across the country that wasn't overloaded. I mean, come on. You're going that far, you better pack what you can, take what you can. Me, I've got everything I own with me. This is the way I travel. This is the way I like it. You know what? I don't care. I like it. That way, you know, I don't forget anything. Like, oh, I wish I brought that with me. No, I got it. It's right there. Wish I had a. Oh, it's beautiful at Christmas in Illinois, and it's 75 degrees. Well, I have my Harley with me. Yeah. So, I learned a long time ago to always carry an alternate mode of transportation when you're traveling cross country in a truck. I mean, this truck's golden, reliable as hell. L5P Duramax, come on. So, you know, this thing will run without oil in it for 1,000 miles. But I had that old Dodge. I was coming across the country one year. I was on 40, and I'm right outside Oklahoma City. And I knew that transmission was, last stop I made to fill up with diesel fuel, it took forever to get up to speed. So I knew if I stopped, I wouldn't be going anywhere again. So I burned through that whole tank of fuel going down 40. I was pulling my homemade little tiny camper with me. But I knew I got off that exit in Oklahoma City, right past Oklahoma City. I knew that's where I would be. And I was for almost 2 weeks. Broke down, pulled into the Kroger's grocery store parking lot, and had to learn how to rebuild a RH-47 transmission, automatic transmission. Never done anything like that before, but I learned quick. But I carried my KLR dirt enduro on the back of in between my truck and trailer. I had this little scooter motorized thing I made. used to be a handicap wheelchair thing that lifts a scooter up. I made it to where it fit my KLR. So I'd put it back up the KLR, lift it up, and then attach the trailer. So when I broke down, I still had a way to get around, which was good because I had to go get parts for my transmission and take the whole thing apart and all that, clean it meticulously, lay it down on the flatbed of my Dodge. And I didn't think I could do it at first. I'm like, okay, well, what choice did I have? I didn't have $4,000 to have the transmission rebuilt. I didn't have that kind of money. I had barely enough gas money to get back to the Carolinas. And so I rebuilt the transmission in the Kroger's grocery store parking lot. And finally, it was like 11 days into me being broke down there in that parking lot. That first couple days I tried to move it around a little bit, which it would move a little bit, but it wouldn't go anywhere hardly. But it moved enough to move it, so I kept, playing musical chairs with them, so they didn't catch on for a few days. But then when they did, they knew I was a regular fixture in that parking lot, and a couple people come by and all that. A couple of them were cool, they're like, hey, that's a cool rig, man. I like your setup, this and that. And, most of them, when they drive by, they look at you like, what the fuck, who's this? I might as well have scumbag spray painted down the side of my truck, they look at you like, oh, what the fuck, condescending assholes is what they are. So anyway, a couple people were cool. One guy, I'll never forget, Joe in a Jeep Wrangler Sahara, pulled up. I saw him drive by earlier that day, but he pulled up that afternoon, and he's like, what you got going on here, man? I said, I just rebuilt this transmission. I said, I'm just running the cooling lines now for it. I said, I got to run up to the front end and all this. I said, I just got some radiator hose stuff. That's all they had. They didn't have regular transmission line. And I said, well, but that should work, this and that. And he goes, you got a new transmission cooler? I said, no, man, but I could sure use one. The one I had was full of bugs and holes and everything else. And he goes, stay right here. Walks over to his Jeep. I'm like, no way. The guy goes in, opens the back of his Jeep up, comes out with a brand new transmission cooler. Freaking got the fittings and lines on it and everything already. It's like, no way. I'm like, how random? And he's like, here, man, I can't use this. Joe, man. Oh, Joe, if you're watching, Joe, love you. Thank you for it. I'll never forget. That's been years ago, 5-6 years ago. And, it's crazy. But I got it going. Started going down the interstate. Got her up to speed, man. I was like, yeah. It was cool. It was very cool. So, anyway, God is good. I'm going to see my kid. I'm going to surprise her tomorrow morning when she's at her bakery. I'm going to be there. Surprise! It's a 2-day drive, Dad. I just talked to you yesterday afternoon. I'll drive through the night just to surprise my kid. She's wonderful. I love her. Anyway, so that's what's going on in my Arkansas. I won't even say that. I'm freaking Arkansas. Anyway, all right. Godspeed, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you before then, but if I don't, Merry Christmas. And remember, always try. Always try.